As always, before we open up with a lesson, we always open up with the laws of God. We're going to go to Exodus 20. Exodus 20. Exodus 20, verses 1 through 17. Brother Haggai, when you get there, go ahead and read Exodus 20, verses 1 through 17. Go ahead.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath for the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, verses 13 and 14.
When
you get there, brother, go ahead and read.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Revelations 22. Revelations 22, verses 14 and 15. When you get there, Brother Haggai, go ahead and read.
Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
So these are the commandments that we read every Sabbath day before we open up with our lessons. These commandments are still just, equal, and good. That being said, I'd like to say happy Sabbath to everybody here in Minnesota. I'm Brother Thein, and reading for me today is Brother Haggai, right? It's been a minute since I've been up here. Y'all done got everything looking totally different, look good up here. A lot more life, excitement, you know what I mean? Praise the Lord on that. See a lot of new people, new members. And if it's this your first time coming, I say welcome home to the Israel of God. If this is your first time here, welcome home. Because here at the Israel of God, we deal with the Word of God by subject and title. We don't give our own opinion. And we teach you the Word of God from Genesis to Revelation. That being said, we're going to deal with a lesson today. And in this lesson, you're going to find out that we don't use the tools that the Lord give us. Sometimes the Lord give us tools and things to use to help us get ahead in life. And we don't utilize it nor tap into it. And it's sitting right there for you to utilize. You follow me? Mm-hmm. We all been to school, right? And sometimes we studied, but we couldn't remember what we studied because we was cramming a lot of stuff. You needed that extra little help, and you knew you didn't want to fail. You've been there every day. You attended all the sessions. You want to get a good grade. So you need that little cheat sheet. You know? And I'm not saying in the world cheating is right. I'm not saying that. But I'm going to show you how the Lord give you an edge on people that don't know him. You follow me? So today's lesson is called the cheat sheet. It's an open book test. Cheat sheet. Open book test. Why is this a cheat sheet? Because this gives you everything you need to know to succeed. And your success shall be prosperous. And it's things that other people just don't know because he reveals secrets. And why we say open book, because it's open book, and why you got to put it to the test. You got to put this to the test to make sure that what you read is truthful, right? Mm-hmm. It checked out. You sure it's the answers? Girl, it's the answers. When you got the test back, you got that passing grade, right? So I'm not saying go out there and cheat. No, I'm showing you the spiritual side of getting ahead of people by knowing, knowledge, know-how. You know something, you ever did something and you did it the hard way, but had you known it the easy way, it was a lot easier way to execute what you wanted to do? Of course. It's just like, it's a lot of things out here to your disposal. But if you don't know about it, you don't know how to get ahead. It's just like you probably was a good candidate for the job, but you didn't have that little edge. You didn't know to dress a certain way. You didn't know to look the person in the eye. You didn't know to home in on certain things. You follow me? Just interview tips. He wasn't better than you. You seen that? But he had good interviewing skills. He had something you didn't know that could have got you over the edge. You follow me? Now you see where I'm going, right? So we're going to show you how the Lord help people out. Because see, when you got the Lord working for you, what you going to say? He ain't right for helping you? Who's going to say the Lord ain't right for helping you? He said come to him for everything, right? Everything. That means if I don't know it, I'm going to him. If I need to pass it, I'm going to him. If I needed to get it approved, I'm going to him. It's just like I got a job, right? And this job ain't a common job you can easily get. So they always ask you, man, who got you in? I said, come on, man. You know, I'm playing with him. Come on, man. I said, you know him. Who? I said, cool out. I said, man, be cool. Why you talking loud? Because I don't feel like getting in trouble. He said, who got you through? I said, my father. Your father work here? Yeah. For real? I said, yeah. He said, man. I said, he hooked a couple of people up. For real? Yes. Cool out. Man, I told you to stop talking loud. He said, who is your old man? I said, Jesus, and I walked off. That's how you get him. I got him. But that was my cheat sheet. You follow me? That was my ram in the bush. I ain't had to need no special way I need to approach this situation. So let's get into this lesson because the sister said this wasn't enough scripture.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to read you to death. Let's get into this scripture. We're going to take our time. We're going to dissect this thing, and we're going to look at it from all different angles from the camera. You follow me? Because this is not necessarily cheating. This is what the Lord give you. He give you helping tools, you know. It's just like everybody seen the Hunger Games, right? And they put in extra things so they can get over the hump and whatever they had to do, right? That's just where you think they get all this from? They try to act like God. Let's go into this thing, 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, because we got to understand when you deal with the Father, he your Father. When you got in trouble, you went to go get your Father. father got you out of trouble. You got enough money, he called them lawyers, right? Get you up out of that trouble, right? When you needed something, when you needed extra money or a car or clothes or whatever it was, Daddy had you. He your parent. He your spiritual parent. You can't get no better than that because he not seen and people can't see him and you getting away with it. How they do that? They ain't know the Lord had that angel right there helping you. See? 2 Timothy, man. Because I'm excited for this lesson. I am. Sister's going to tell me I ain't have enough scripture. Who are ye? You the scriptorial doctor? I'm just messing. 2 Timothy, 3rd chapter. Pick it up at verse 16. Haggai, when you get there, go ahead and read. Did I tell you what scripture?
3 and 16. Yeah.
Okay.
2 Timothy 3, 16.
I wanted to make sure I said that. Okay. Go ahead.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, truly furnished unto all good works.
Do you understand what you just read? This book is inspired by God. So stop letting people say man wrote this. The inspiration is from God. That's number one. So it's airtight. Okay? Right. That's number one. It said it's profitable for you. I mean, it brings you profit in a lot of ways. For doctrine, it's profitable to reprove you. It corrects you when you're off and you're not right. And it instructs you into righteousness, how to be right. All around the board. Then it thoroughly furnishes you. You know what? You ever went inside an empty house? An empty house don't have enough what? Furniture. So this equips you, it thoroughly equips you to where you're not lacking. When you go in the kitchen, it's thoroughly furnished. You open up the drawers, it got the silverware. It got everything, dishwasher and garbage disposal at your service. You go into the dining room, it got the table, the cocktail, the lighting, everything. It's sweet. The basement is furnished. Backyard, even the garage, got 2 cars in it. You follow me? Mm-hmm. It's furnished everywhere you go. Linen sheets, the best. It feels so soft and good. You hear me? Jacuzzi tub. Therapeutic shower shooting down at you at all angles. Woo-hoo! Thoroughly furnished. And I'm saying that because this word of God gives you knowledge to where you are aware of what's going on. Thoroughly. You know who all the players in this story is. You know what's going on in life. You know why they doing certain things and how it came about according to the scriptures. This even make you knowledgeable naturally. I'm going to read that. So this thoroughly furnishes you. I just wanted to dissect that because y'all be looking at furnished. What you mean furnished? Yes, your mind. You ain't got enough knowledge up here. They call you what? Dumb or stupid, right? Because it ain't thoroughly furnished. You're lacking. Let's keep it moving. So this is what the scripture is giving, right, Haggai? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I'm just going to say your name. I like that word.
It's all right. It's all right.
Let's go to Psalms 119. It's unique, you know what I mean? He threw me off. Haggai. Okay. You got one book in the Bible. Psalms 119. Because this is what the Bible is for. And the Bible is from the Lord. Psalms 119, and pick it up at 105. Psalms 119 and 105. Psalms 119 and 105. Will you get that, brother? Go ahead and read.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet.
Yes, sir.
And a light unto my path.
It's a lamp. It's turned on. When you get enlightened, what go off in your head? Bing, a light. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. Yeah. Because the light went off. And it's a lamp to your feet. Now you know how to navigate yourself through life. You was going the wrong way. That's why you kept getting chased by them dogs. Because you ain't had your lamps on your feet. You kept getting alerting the dogs. Stepping all in their mess. This is what you go through in life when you don't know the word. You got dogs on your back. And they get you caught up in their mess. Because you ain't got your lamp. You ain't got the Nike light ups. You forgot to get you remember when they put the lights on the shoes? Remember that?
Yeah.
That was smooth, wasn't it? They got that from the scriptures. Put lamps on the shoe. Yeah, they're going to love it. Because now you know how to move. I keep trying to tell you, there ain't nothing new under the sun. I don't care how technological it comes. It ain't new. FaceTime is old. He said, the Lord said, I come to you in a dream or in a vision. He said, but not my servant Moses. I speak to him face to face. Ain't that FaceTime?
FaceTime.
You don't get face to face on everybody. You get a text. Figure it out. Let's keep it going. So the Lord said, a lamp unto our feet. See, I'm setting the foundation. I'm setting the foundation so you would know why I said the cheat sheet. Because I got a person that got the ups on everything. I got the connections. See, it already gave you the connections. Now we're going to dissect and show you how these connections come about in your life. Let's go to Matthew's 7th chapter. Matthew 7, because these are things, sometimes the Lord put people like us in a position to show you how the Lord is working in your life. Because sometimes you don't see it. You follow me? Matthew 7. And sometimes you needed it pointed out. Ain't no AC in this building? They cooking me up here, man. I'm about to, Matthew 7, I'm getting cooked, but I'm going to bear it out because I'm enjoying what I got. Matthew 7. Because we dealing with the lamp of the feet, right? We laying this foundation, right? This is something else you got to keep in mind. This is how you utilize your tools that help you to where you ain't got to work hard or get whatever you need the hard way. Matthew 7, pick it up at verse 7. Matthew 7 and verse 7. Go ahead and read.
Ask, and it shall be given you.
Yes, sir.
Seek, and ye shall find.
Uh-huh.
Knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
Ask is going to give it. Seek, you're going to find it. Knock, and then what's going to happen?
It's going to be open.
Go ahead and read.
For everyone that asketh receiveth.
Yes, sir.
And he that seeketh findeth.
Yep.
And to him that knocketh, it shall be open.
See how simple that is? Why y'all don't utilize that? That's all he say, look. Everyone, even wicked folks. Because the Lord said he reigned on the just and the unjust. Y'all seen wicked folks be in positions you wanted to be in, right? Because sometimes, even people that do evil, sometimes they stop and give a prayer. Well, they might do. I don't know, not always. You know what I'm saying? But they ask, though. See? Ask. He said, everyone that asks, receives. When you seek, you find him. And when you knock, it shall be open. This is what he's telling you as a servant of the Lord. I'm not going to make it complicated in your life. I'm not going to take out the afflictions. And you're still going to have ups and downs, but I'm going to make it to where it's easy if you tap into it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm your heavenly Father. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Can evil come into the land and I didn't bring it? Come talk to me. What you need? It's just like your parents. You know, everybody had to get taught that math. Now, you get some of us that don't, but that math is kind of complicated, you know? We get entangled with numbers. So somebody got to sit down and break it down to you, make it real simple. See what I'm saying? You went to your parents or the tutor or whoever taught you. Same thing like the Lord. And when you got it, you got it. Thanks, brother. So that's what I'm telling you. So these are the foundation. You got the scriptures. You got your lamp. Ask. Seek. Knock. Simple. Get what you need. Y'all make it hard. I'm going to tell y'all something. I ain't look hard for a job, ever. The Lord always had a ram in the bush for me. Either I knew somebody, hey man, where you work at? You think you get me hooked up? Yes, sir. All right, cool. And I walked through the door. There's a couple of jobs I had to do some physical labor for to get it, but it wasn't complicated. There's people that was trying to get that job for years that ain't even get an interview. I just said I wanted to do it and got the red carpet. And that's how you got to look at it. The Lord know how to open it up and make it to where he know you're not knowledgeable. He know you don't know how to do it. Then you stumble upon people that's right up with you. Hey, I'm glad I met you, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to fill it out, how to go about it. But the Lord put people in your life to show you how to navigate. See what I'm saying? You got to understand how the Lord operates. 1 Kings, man, let's check out an example of that. Everybody read Solomon, but I'm going to break some things down that you ain't looked at. I like to show you from a different angle. 1 Kings, 3rd chapter. Back right on up to 1 Kings, the 3rd chapter. See, we look at Solomon, but you got to look at what he did to get what he got. He just like he got it poured into him overnight. And y'all seen people like that. Y'all seen people come up overnight, right? Man, he what we call, he balling. He doing it out here. For the older people, he's financially stable. Okay? I don't like to lose nobody in this job. 1 Kings 3, and pick it up at verse 8. 1 Kings 3 and 8. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read. Now, this is Solomon talking to the Lord. Now, I'm going to tell you something. And this is something you got to consider. When you're ruling over people that's like the sand of the sea, you got to have knowledge. We are a type of people that keep coming at you. We got to know how to put you in your place and settle you down, but in the right way. Not in no ill-hearted way. We ain't the type of people you can come to and just talk crazy to. That's why they use us for security all the time. Because we quick to go upside somebody's head. So you just can't come at us any kind of way. And we ask all the way down to the last mite on a question. Because we want to know the ins and outs. We want to know the dynamics, the chemistry of it, everything, the whole breakdown. Give it all the way down to the last start of it. I'm good now. And so you got to be wise. So when you don't know this, you go to your hookup, your connections. He asked, he sought out, and he knocked. Let's show you all that. Pick it up at verse 8. Go ahead.
And thy servant.
Go ahead.
And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen.
Yes, sir.
A great people.
A great people.
That cannot be numbered, nor counted for multitude.
They can't be numbered. They too many of them. Read.
Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? Listen,
I got to know how to move amongst these people. Give me how to judge between good and bad, because we slick. We slick. The book say we wise to do evil. So you got to know how to judge between these people. You'll think they can sell you a dream, and there's some evil behind it. And it looks so good. It's dressed up so sweet. Woo, it's baked good and smells so good. You got to watch. So you got to have good judgment on. Go ahead and read.
And the speech pleased the Lord that
Yeah.
Solomon had asked this thing.
And the Lord liked when you come at him like that. So this is for your example. See, this cheat sheet, on your way of cheating, you're going to find out other little cheating, little expertise. This is what the Lord liked. This is how you come at the Lord. Go ahead and read.
And God said unto him,
What he say?
because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life,
Because people ask for life. Can you extend my life, Lord? Go ahead.
neither hast asked riches for thyself.
Lord, can you give me that blessing, what they call that, the blessing of Jabaz? Can you enlarge my border? Man, go ahead on. Riches come and go.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't asked for that. But people like to ask for riches, right? Go ahead and read.
Nor hast asked the life of thine
And
enemies.
you ain't want to get back at your enemies. That lets you know one thing. Even though you rule and you reign it, you still going to have enemies. But you ain't asked for those lives of them. Let them figure it out on their own. Read.
But hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment.
What the Lord say?
Behold, I have done according to thy words.
I'm gonna take you up on that one. I'm gonna take care of you. He said what? I have done according to your words. I did exactly what you asked. What else?
Lo, I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart,
Yes, sir.
so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee.
Darwin, Einstein ain't like Solomon. Don't compare no philosopher or anybody to this guy, because they don't come in the ballpark. I don't care who you got. What? Who you got?
Nobody.
Huh?
Nobody.
Go ahead.
And I've also given thee that which thou hast not asked.
Oh, you got Darwin. Huh?
No.
Read.
Both riches and honor.
And since you didn't ask me for riches and honor, and you didn't ask for that, I'm going to give you that. So, Warren Buffett don't come into the ballpark, or whoever is richer than him. Read.
So that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
Go ahead.
And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days.
So how do you get your time lengthened on your life? Walking in the commandments of God. That's how your days get lengthened. I may have just gave you 70 years, 70. I'm going to give you an extra 20 years on that. That you get to 90. See? And you're probably still good at that. I'm going to give you an extra 10 piece. Extra spicy. Now you're 100. You got to do a century. You see what I mean? Just by keeping the command, that's how your days get lengthened. Gee, I got that. Because I'm looking on somebody's book. This ain't mine. See, y'all ain't seeing the metaphor there. This ain't mine. This is an open book. This is the teacher's edition. This is what the teacher have. I got all the answers. I was going to tell y'all a story, but I ain't going to tell y'all that because it may mess your perception up of me. But this teacher's edition, right?
Right.
That's given to us to prosper by. Hey, he say, this is what I'm looking on. I got the teacher's manual. Finish it to 15.
And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream.
It was a dream. Finish it.
And he came to Jerusalem, and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and offered up burnt offerings, and offered peace offerings, and made a feast to all his servants.
So he gave up that offering to the Lord. He thought it was a dream. I'm just going to read this just to let you know, the Lord just don't give you no dream and it not come to pass if the Lord's hand is in on it. Because we all dream, right? And the Lord can scare you in those dreams to wake you up. You got to tell somebody because it spooked you so much. You can't even go back to sleep. Now stop playing with me. That's what the Lord is telling you. You want to keep playing like that? You seen that dream, right? All right. And you back off. No, you ain't coming. I ain't going today, man. I ain't going, man. Yeah, you better not go. Why you ain't going? I'm good now. I'm good. You don't even want to tell them that dream.
Right.
Because they're going to try to say it ain't true. Yeah, you know it's true because it scared you up out your sleep. Had you sweating, scared. You pacing around. You don't even want to go lay back down. Don't play me. So let's read what happened just to show it wasn't no dream. Go ahead.
Then came there 2 women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him.
They stood before him, 2 harlots. Now, they didn't have husbands, but they had children. They was harlots, right? I ain't going to tell you the derogatory name for them. But they was harlots, so harlots was already been around, you know, and somebody was messing with them because they had kids, right? Go ahead and read.
And the one woman said, "Oh, my Lord, I and this woman dwell in one house.
Yeah.
And I was delivered of a child with her in the house."
She was delivered with a child, both of them. Somebody liked them. Go ahead and read.
And it came to pass the 3rd day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also.
Yeah, they both had kids. Newborns. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They was in the house trying to take care of the kids. Wasn't no father around, right?
No.
Go ahead and read.
And we were together.
So, hold on. Sound like what's going on today, right? Yeah. See, you got to point these things out. Women raising kids without who?
Father.
Okay. And they looking for love. That's why they adding body counts.
Right.
Ain't nothing new. I ain't faulting the sisters. Read.
And we were together, and there was no stranger with us in the house.
Wasn't nobody else with us but her, me and her, and the 2 kids. Go ahead. Wasn't no stranger, so wasn't nobody else in the crib or in the house. Go ahead.
Save we 2 in the house.
Go ahead and read.
And this woman's child died in the night, because she overlaid it.
She laid on top of it and smothered it. Go ahead.
And she arose at midnight, and took my son from beside me, while thine handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom.
She's going to come and switch kids. She's going to give me her dead child. She's going to take my live child. Go ahead and read.
And when I arose in the morning to give my child suck.
When I arose to give my child suck, you know what I'm saying? She was breastfeeding. Mm-hmm. Read.
Behold, it was dead. But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son which I did bear.
Know they child? Even though they say all newborns look alike. No, they do not. Trust me, you know your child. Go ahead and read.
And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king.
Now they going back and forth saying whose son it is. Now, here go with a dream was reality. It was truth. The Lord's word kicked in on what the Lord uploaded to him. You know, the upload, right? Or downloaded into him. Because he wasn't taught it. And see, this is what you got to understand. Some people got gifts that they wasn't taught. This is going to show you how the Lord give people things. Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan just because he was Michael Jordan. No, the Lord uploaded him with that. And he uploaded everybody in here with a gift. You may not know what your gift is yet, but you got one. And some people got multiple gifts. So this is one of the multiple gifts that the Lord gave Solomon. Go ahead and read.
Then said the king, The one saith, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is dead.
Right.
And the other saith, Nay, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living.
Now he said, hold on. You right there, you said, now you're going to say that the dead son is hers, and you say the living son is yours, but you going to say, no, the dead son is hers, and the living son is yours. Okay. What Solomon do?
And the king said, Bring me a sword.
Hey, go give me a sword. Read.
And they brought a sword before the king.
And what happened?
And the king said, Divide the living child in 2.
So he's doing something because he's showing discernment on which one of these 2 women are truthful. Go get that sword. Chop the child up. Go ahead.
And give half to the one.
Get a half to her.
And half to the other.
Give her half. Go ahead.
Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son.
Because the real mama bowels yearn. You don't want to see your son get chopped in half. Read.
And she said, O my Lord, give her the living child.
Give her the child.
And in no wise slay it.
Read.
But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine.
Now the one, the baby, the mama who, she overlaid the baby, you know what I'm saying, by not putting a barrier in between so she won't lay on the baby, she gonna chop it up. She wanted you to suffer too. That's what you know. Sometimes that pain can drift out into people. She probably wasn't thinking right. She just knew she wanted a baby. She wanted her baby. And she wanted, since I couldn't have her baby and I overlaid mine on accident, I don't want neither one of us to have it. Read.
Let it be neither mine nor thine,
What
but divided.
Solomon say?
Then the king answered and said, give her the living child,
He said, give her the living child.
and in no wise slay it.
And don't cut that child up.
She is the mother thereof.
See the mama. See that? Instant upload, and it started happening. And that's how the Lord work in your life when you're dealing with the Lord. Doors get opened up, and you don't have to pull the door open. As soon as you come up and it's an electric door, it opens up on you. Man, but somebody else had to break it down, but you ain't had to do that to get through or to get what you needed. You didn't have to do that. It was like it was laid out for you. So Solomon had that upload. He had that cheat sheet. He had knowledge that he ain't even had to go to school and know. The Lord uploaded him. Cole, read through this chapter and see how the Lord blessed him mentally. He talked about things he hadn't seen. And the Lord allowed this dude to have the world bringing him riches and beauty and all types of stuff. And he breaking it down on how it goes. That's cold, ain't it? But you've seen geniuses. They break down and talk about things and how things go. And probably really never even work with this whatever they talking about. Because the Lord uploads you. Simple. It's just like you Google something. With all the information we put in the system, it's going to come out with the right answer. You see what I mean? Because we uploaded all the knowledge to it. You follow me? So it spits out something real quick. We ain't got to go to the libraries no more. Well, you still do, but you should, you know. But it keep you that extra little trip. You follow what I'm saying? Y'all see what y'all get. It's a cheat sheet. This dude is cold. You can't pour nothing over on this king. Now, he ain't let him read minds. He ain't give him that. But he let him know how to judge and discern by listening and hearing and seeking out. And he know how to do things to pull out the bad people and to know who the good people are. And the same thing when they're interrogating you. They ask you a question 20,000 times. Because if it's the truth, it's going to stay the truth. But if it ain't the truth, it's going to keep changing up. And they waiting for you to slip up. As soon as you slip up, they hold on. You said, and I quote. See what I mean? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to James, the first chapter. Because Solomon, right? He asked the Lord for the spirit of discernment. And he gave him that on top of things he didn't even ask for. I like that. That's why, listen, ask the Lord, but don't ask him to consume something in your lust. Ask him because you need something to help you in your life. He know what you like and what you need. And then when you serve him, he give you things you didn't ask for. Because he know that's what my servant need. And that's what they like. James 1. James, the first chapter. Pick it up at verse 5. James, the first chapter. And verse 5. When you get there, brother Haggai, go ahead and read.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
If any of y'all, how's a good word to say it? Academically impaired. That's a good one.
Okay.
If you academically impaired, we're not going to call nobody no dummy. Ask. Ask the Lord. Finish it.
That giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Hey, if the person next to you is just as smart, he'll give you that smart. He may not give you that type of all the way to that level, but he'll give you enough to where you're able to compete with the person. You follow me? We got to take our time when we tell these books, brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You flying through this too fast, man. So the Lord said, as James 1st chapter, verse 5, he say, if any lack wisdom, ask, and the Lord will give it to you. Right? that he giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given you. You got to know how to ask. Some of you don't receive because you don't ask not. You got that pride in you. You know you need a couple of groceries in the house. But you worried about what people think of you. Man, you got a couple of dollars, man. I'm lacking. I'm on fumes this month, man. You got a couple of dollars, man. I'll hit you back. I don't care what you think of me. I'm starving. Now, don't come to me every week. Use discretion, people. Don't be burning up my little pocket because we brothers or something. You better manage your money right, or you better ask the Lord. So this is the thing, people, to get ahead, right? Solomon got money. Solomon has so much riches. They had a lot of money in them days, a lot, to where gold was nothing. See, they make moves of this, Aladdin and all these big people, these Ishmaelites and these so-called Edomites and Jewish people, thinking they ain't nowhere, they ain't even in the ballpark of the money that Solomon had, the riches and the knowledge. Elon Musk don't even come into the ballpark. What you thought? I'm calling everybody out. Put me somebody that's over Solomon. If you was that good, you would go down in the book. Let's go to Amos. Amos 3. Because the Lord said any man lack, right? And obviously, Solomon was lacking that wisdom or discernment, right? So he asked, and the Lord gave it to him. I just wanted to read that to show you Solomon did what the Lord asked him, right? Let's go to Amos, the 3rd chapter. Amos is a book just towards the end of the Old Testament, right? I'm having a problem finding it too. Amos, the 3rd chapter. Because the Lord do something. Now, this is what allows you to get ahead. Because you know something somebody else don't know. Now, everybody that tap into this, that call themselves serving God and doing righteously, they know these secrets. But this is something what he does. Amos 3. Amos 3. Pick it up at verse 7. Amos 3 and verse 7. When you get there, go ahead and read, brother.
Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
See, he don't do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants. Do you know what that means? You ever been in a situation and somebody told you something that you didn't know and you had the ups and it kept you cool because you knew the outcome of what was going to happen because you knew the secret? You follow me? He gives you secrets not only in the word of God but also in life. Somebody just put you up. Don't go on that line with that brother over there, bro, because he doing this, that, and the third. Wait, let them go ahead and go over to the line with the sister over there, and she'll get you through. And walk off. You don't even know who that person was. You about to say thank you, and they was gone. You ever had that happen? Yeah. Told you something like, I'm not saying it had to be that, but anything. Girl, I don't know if you should talk about him. He this, that, and the third. And then you sat back and you checked them out. Oh, yeah, okay. See what I mean? They give you secrets to keep you safe or to keep you ahead. Follow me? Let's show an example of that. Because he said he don't do nothing but reveal his secrets to his servant. Let's go to Genesis. Genesis 41. And if my lesson is short, good. The last minute. They called me at the last minute to replace a brother. And then they told me to do question and answer. So I wanted to make sure I had enough time to do both. Genesis 1. Now we're going to see Joseph, right? Everybody read this, and if you haven't, it's some good reading, right? And this Joseph, I'm going to point some stuff out that I like to always show from a different camera. Even though you may have read this story, even though you can read this story 100 times, you can keep reading and find more and more wisdom and understanding and things that the Lord show you out of this story. That's what I like about the Bible. You're like, man, I ain't even see it on that angle. Man, that's cold. That's how this Bible is. Genesis 41. Now, this is Joseph, okay? Of course, Joseph got thrown in jail for something he didn't do. And while he was in jail, the Lord gave him how to interpret dreams. You see? And from him interpreting dreams, it's going to be similar to what he did with Solomon. He showed him how to interpret dreams, right? And he told two guys that had went to prison that Pharaoh put them in prison what was going to happen to them. He's like, man, they're going to chop your head off. They're going to restore you. Woo-hoo, that's messed up. He should have asked him to pray for him. But anyway, the guy that got out, he finally remembered Joseph. And at the time, the Pharaoh needed a dream interpreted. And, of course, his big guys that he had around him couldn't do it. Because the Lord said he revealed his secrets to his servants. Then he told Pharaoh, hey, a young guy down in prison that was in me know how to interpret dreams real good. You should go talk to him. Okay, now pick the story up. 12.
And there was there with,
Go ahead.
And there was there with us a young man, a Hebrew servant to the captain of the guard. And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dreams. To each man according to his dream he did interpret.
Each man he interpreted his dream, he interpreted. Go ahead and read.
And it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was. Me he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged.
Just like Solomon. When Solomon got finished looking at that vision, that dream he had, what happened? The Lord told him what was going to happen, and the next day, what the Lord uploaded him with, he was able to exercise it. And they seen that he had the spirit of judgment to discern. Go ahead and read. So just like Joseph, hey, he told them two men, and sure enough, them two men seen it come to pass. I feel the guy that got his head chopped off, he knew it was coming to pass, but he couldn't tell him it came to pass because his head was gone. But the guy that was living like, yeah, man, it came to pass. Go ahead.
Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came unto Pharaoh.
Anytime you coming before a big dignitary, you got to look a certain way. You can't look raggedy, people. That's why we dress and we do what we do when we ain't going nowhere. We'll be standing out on the block looking good. Ain't that right? Looking good. Man, where you going? Nowhere. That's what we do. Go ahead and read, man. Skip down. Skip down to 16. I got to point some things. I'm going to be pointing some stuff out. It may be miscellaneous, but it's very important. Go ahead and read. Skip down to 16.
And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace.
Because that's who gives you the answer. Oh, the answer. He didn't know. Lord, he said, look, the oracles of God are in the hand of the children of Israel. Oracles mean the answers. I am the walking cheat sheet. The word of God is the cheat sheet. It gives you the answers. It's the teacher's manual. Y'all getting it now? Is it becoming clear? And it's legal to look into it, tap into it, and use it. It's the only thing you can cheat from. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Legally. I like this. I like to legally do something. Is that 16, right?
That was it.
Go ahead, skip down to 33 and continue.
Now therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt.
Now he told him about the dream. He told him about the well-favored kind and the ones that came up, and the lean ones ate up the well-favored one. It was like they ain't had no food in the land. He said, man, the drought is coming, man, and you got to do something to store up some food. He broke all that down. See, the Lord not only gave him how to discern, he showed him how to fix the situation. See what I mean? Hold on, he not only showed him how to read the dream, he showed him how to get out of the situation and how to keep the land and everybody around him that tune into this alive. Read.
Now therefore let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the fifth part of the land of Egypt, and the seventh.
See, the fifth part in Egypt. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When you continue reading, Joseph's the one who started taxation. Joseph's the one who had it to where the government owned all the land. You know that? Because, see, everybody sold all their lands, and Pharaoh bought up all the land of Egypt. Just like the United States owned the United States. That's why you got to pay taxes. That's why they say take up the fifth part. That's why you pay taxes. Joseph started that. Yeah, we're going to find out a lot of things, so keep reading this. Joseph started taxation. And that's how, because that's what take care of, when you're doing it right and you're being righteous with the money, it take care of the land. See, they're supposed to take care of the land with the tax money. Infrastructures, sidewalks, grass, trees, everything, so it can look pretty around you. So when you walk out your house, it look pretty. That's what you're supposed to do with the taxation and whatever else they use for the tax money. Joseph started that thing. Because he was telling Pharaoh. That's why the Lord, when you keep reading, the Lord say in the book, Joseph taught they senators, the Egyptian senators, wisdom. See what I mean? This Joseph was a cold guy. Similar it seemed like that's what Solomon got uploaded with, right? Mm-hmm. What verse you end on?
In the 34.
Go ahead.
And take up the fifth part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years.
Right.
And let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities.
Let them keep food in the cities. Go ahead.
And that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, that the land perish not through the famine.
See? And then you keep reading, Pharaoh liked what he heard. He liked the plan. He knew it can work. It was legit. Skip down to verse 39 and continue.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph,
what did he say?
For as much as God hath showed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art.
He said, man, I'm only using you. Can't nobody even break this down. God has showed you more than what in his dream than what I thought. It's just like when they came to Solomon, when they heard about Solomon, they was overwhelmed because what they heard about him was nothing compared to when they seen it in person. You see what I'm saying? Seemed like it's the same thing. And they look like, man, discreet and wise. Ain't that what Solomon was? He gave him wisdom. See, that wisdom carried, but it was a little bit more than Joseph's. See? But he gave him that. That's cold. See, you like to be around wise folks. They know how to talk at the right time, and they know how to move at the right time. They move is just cold. You like to mimic them people. You know what I mean? They sound so profound you can't cut them off. Was that the end of that?
We got 40.
40, go ahead.
Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou.
He said, man, now listen, look at the big picture. So this is what Pharaoh said. Thou shalt be over my house. If I'm over your house, I'm over you. And according to thy word shall all my people be ruled. If the people see you ruling, who running it? Who running it? He said, Only in the throne will I be greater than the hour. Only when we sit in the throne, I'm going to look like I done did all this. But the people know who running it. The people know who got the last say. The people know who dictating the house. They know when your wife no, his wife telling him that. His wife told him to do that. I know it. He couldn't come up with nothing like that. Because the Lord just don't get this to just men too. You got discreet and wise women just as cold. You know? You always got us in high positions. If it's not a brother, it's a sister. Sitting back there in the cut. That's why you got to check people out. Let me see where this coming from. Look through swift through that. I knew that didn't come from him. But when you got top of the line people, and look, you got a top of the line person. Pharaoh had all the answers through this guy. He was the first person he was one of the first big guys to prosper off of somebody else doing. Because he listened to a person that's serving the Lord. See? Don't you hang with somebody that got it right? I like to hang with the top dogs that's on righteousness. Why? Why not? I want to know what you do to keep your house blessed. I want to do the same. How you do that? Man, I do this, that, and the third. Okay, I'm going to start doing it. That's what I look. When I was in high school, hey, I had a lot of different friends. But when it came to education, I only hung with the top dogs. I ain't hanging with, look, hey, no offense. I got to know this. And I don't like to repeat nothing. I like to get it right the first time. I didn't play when it came to education. And if you knew it and I didn't understand it, you my friend. I'm going to make you my friend. I just did that because I wanted to know what you knew. How you getting this right? What methods are you using? You know? But the Lord equipped your brother with something, you know. I wasn't no dummy. I knew how to hold my own. You follow me? No, you ain't following me.
Yeah, I follow you.
Hey, but I wanted to show y'all something. I just had to read this. Did you finish 40?
Yeah.
I wanted to read this little small tidbit so people would stop asking this little question. Skip down to verse 42. Go ahead and read.
And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand.
He took off that ring and gave it to Joseph. Now, I just want to point something out. Keep reading.
And arrayed him in vestures of fine linen.
And put on the best clothes. Fine linen, that's that Louis, Gucci, Balenciaga. Read.
And put a gold chain about his neck.
And put that chain. Stop asking us why we rock like that. Don't ask me that again. Because the Lord, even when the Lord told, when the children of Israel came out of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
And they had made that golden calf, because the Lord had gave them jewels. I can read you that. This ain't nothing new. Stop asking me why we wear a lot of jewelry. I don't know. And look. Pharaoh started it off. No, the Lord did. Yeah. But and sometimes you gotta, that's just a little something on your way of learning something. That's all. So, did you finish that 43?
42.
Finish it.
And he made him to ride in the second chariot, which he had.
That's why we like Bugatti. I don't know the first thing why we get a couple of dollars, we got to get the best ride. Because you wrong with the big dogs. I just wanted to throw that in there. No offense. Go ahead and finish it.
And they cried before him, bowed the knee, and he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt.
And he was a ruler, people. And anybody that's a servant of God, the Lord give you things like this. You may not like jewelry or something. He'll give you what you like. Some people ain't into fashion, But you go to their house, they got it laid out. They drive a nice car. It may not be a Bugatti, but it's a well expensive quality car. You know? They spend their money on trips. They like the finer things in life. You know? You eat at the neighborhood greasy spot, they eating at the, the 5 stars. I'm just saying, everybody's lifestyle is different. But when you serve the Lord, he lets you taste the finer things in life because you're dealing with the Most High God. So when you're rolling with the Most High, you get it's just like you get the top of the line treatment. Man, how you get like that? It's just like if your friend rich and that's your friend, you think they're going to let you not eat and look good too? And that's when you read like that. You just got to serve the Lord. And you got to be don't get pompous and say, oh, I'm with God. No. Everything in righteousness according to how the Lord lay it out. And you ain't got to ask. He'll give it to you before you ask. Because, see, these guys didn't ask for that. And they got it. All he did was interpret a dream for Pharaoh. And look what he got. All Solomon did was ask for the spirit of discernment to be able to judge righteously. And look what he got. All you did was serve the Lord, kept the commandments. You ain't have a lot. And look where you are. And if you ain't, stay on the road. You get there. And sometimes he ain't gave it to you because if he give it too much to you, you're going to hurt yourself. He got to keep you level because you start getting big-headed and blow the mission. So the Lord know what he's giving you, and he gives you everybody enough and sufficient. Is that the end of that?
That was it.
I just had to throw that little tidbit in there. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Because Pharaoh got something. If you go read that story, Pharaoh forgot the dream. The Lord even revealed the dream to the guy. Because Pharaoh, it had went from him. He couldn't remember it. But that's cold when you're able to interpret dream. And the Lord equipped him to where he brought the dream back up to him. Daniel 2. Y'all know how them dreams go from. You know you had a cold dream, right? And you got up and you wanted to tell it, you forgot it. Or you ever had that good dream, it was so good, you woke up but you tried to hurry up, go back to sleep and get back in it, pick it up where it was left off at. Sometimes it happened too. That's cold, ain't it? That's cold. That boy, that knowledge, boy, Lord is a cold God. But it was some good dreams you had that you couldn't remember. You're like, man. But you knew it was good. But you couldn't remember it. Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Daniel 2. Pick it up at verse 22. Because like I said, Pharaoh his dream went forth from him. Daniel 2 and 22. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
He knows what?
He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
See? He revealeth deep secrets. Let me explain something to you. I remember somebody going to say that the Bible ain't deep. It's the deepest you can go. He revealeth deep. He revealeth the deep
and secret
and secret things. However deep it go, wherever in the secret they got it, he revealed it to you. Just like Israel was going out to war. And Israel, the Lord kept revealing what this king was going to do next. And the king was like, man, he thought somebody in his army was a spy. For Israel. He said, man, who is this for the king of Israel? He said, look, ain't none of us for the king of Israel. He said, but the prophet that's with him that revealed his secrets to him, hey, man, he tell what's going on in your bed chambers. What? Yeah. You ain't know you was naked hanging from the ceiling fan singing out songs. That's that deep secret. You know what I mean? He told on you. That's the deep stuff you thought you didn't get to see. See, Lord's eyes is everywhere. Just throwing y'all out there. Hey, you think it ain't no camera there. Hey, that's that angel sitting right there like, man, for real? This is what we doing today? Lord, I'm about to go trick. That's how you get told on. Isaiah 41. So that's what happened. He revealed the deep things to Joseph. Don't matter how it is. And when you're serving a God, don't matter what it is. That's why they be always having these secret societies. You better not let it get to us. Because we going to trick. We going to tell everything that it do. I don't care if you a Mason. I don't care if you Muslim or elk. I don't care if you with these secret societies. We tricking on everybody. Eastern Star. We tricking. You think you're going to keep it secret, whatever. The angel told it first. Isaiah 41. I keep trying to tell you, ain't no secrets in this earth. Do right, you ain't got to worry about being secretive. I mean, you got to keep some secrets, but still. Isaiah 41. He say, reveal the deep stuff, right? Isaiah 41. And see, when you got somebody with you, he take care of you on a lot of fronts. I'm going to show you another thing what the Lord do for you, how you got ups. You know, Isaiah 41 and 10. Go ahead and read.
Fear thou not.
Why?
For I am with thee.
Okay.
Be not dismayed.
Why?
For I am thy God.
Okay.
I will strengthen thee.
Yes, sir.
Yea, I will help thee.
All right.
Yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness.
So he got you in the boxing ring. Don't worry about this guy. You gonna knock him clean out. He ain't gonna even see it coming. Before your hand connect, he already knocked out the angel sitting right there knocking it out with you. The camera see your hand moving, but they don't see that invisible hand that's bringing that power. Y'all see that? I'm going to help you. I'm with you. I know what you got to do. And you got to understand that. Let's give an example of that. Go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah, one of them small books in the Old Testament. Ezra, Nehemiah, after Ezra. Ooh, I like this type of stuff. See, we always bring it from a different angle. Good. I got good timing. Nehemiah, the second chapter. Nehemiah, second chapter. Pick it up at verse 1. Nehemiah 2 and 1. Now let's check out in the days of Nehemiah. Now this was the time Israel was tore down and broke down. You know, it took a lot of Israelites out in captivity, but they needed to rebuild this thing, right? Get it back up and running. So at the time, you had Nehemiah wanting to do this. And the Lord said he helped, right? He going to help you, right? Now let's go ahead and read. Go ahead.
And it came to pass in the month Nisan, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes the king.
Artaxerxes was the king. It's the Persian king. Go ahead.
That wine was before him. And I took up the wine and gave it unto the king. Now I had not been before times sad in the presence.
Now Artaxerxes was a Persian king. At that time, this during the Medo-Persian Empire. He ruled the whole world. Guess who's sitting right there? Nehemiah with the top dogs. We always with the top. This Artaxerxes. And he ain't never been in front of his face sad. So obviously he must have enjoyed himself being around during this empire when we was in captivity, right? Go ahead and read.
Wherefore the king said unto me,
what?
Why is thy countenance sad, seeing thou art not sick?
Go ahead.
This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore afraid.
He was scared because now the king is inquiring what he was sad about. Go ahead and read.
And said unto the king, Let the king live forever.
Because he probably was scared to tell him, look, man, I want to go back and and check on my city and see how we doing over there, and fix up our thing. He probably was scared because he probably thought he was going to get a negative reaction. But see, the Lord is with him. So the Lord had him tell him what was going on. Go ahead and read.
Why should not my countenance be sad when the city, the place of my fathers, sepulchres, lieth waste, and the gates thereof are consumed with fire?
He said, man, my city and my palace where my father's sepulchres are, where my top-of-the-line fathers live, they graves at, he said, hey, they laid waste, and the gates thereof is consumed with fire. You think I ain't cool with that? Where I go to live at is all burned up and demolished. Read.
Then the king said unto me, for what dost thou make request?
He said, what you asking me? Now look, if the king asking, what are you making request? That means he must love you and he gonna look out for you. But was it him or was it the Lord? Because see, this is recorded history. Artaxerxes and what he did for the Israelites at that time, this is recorded. But it's not about Artaxerxes. It ain't even about Nehemiah. It's about the Lord and how he moved through the realm of man. See, he put in Artaxerxes to tell Nehemiah, what you want me to do for you? Read.
So I prayed to the God of heaven, and I said unto the king.
He had already prayed about this because he didn't know what to do, but he prayed about it. And the Lord told him what he should do. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He asked. It's just like Solomon didn't know how to rule these people. He asked. Joseph wanted to know how to go about when he moved amongst these people. He asked. Read.
If it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my father's sepulchres, that I may build it.
He said, if this thing, he said, hey, you found favor in my sight, you delight in me, send me to Judah, to my father's sepulchres, that I may rebuild this city. Right? Skip down to verse 7. Go ahead.
Moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king, let letters be given me to the governors beyond the river, that they may convey me over till I come into Judah.
Hey, it's just like you got to have papers. Hey, where your permit you building? What you doing here? Where your permit at? Don't you got to get papers? You go in one of these parks, and you want to play loud music. You have a big gathering, a lot of people. Don't you got to get permits? You want to build something on your house. You got to get a permit. The city of, what's this, Minnesota?
Minneapolis.
City of Minneapolis, you got to go get a permit. You got to pay them a certain amount. But he had papers from the top dog, the king. The Trump administration gave me papers. Uh-oh. Do something. You know what I mean? Shoot, boy, he'll pull one of them. You already know what he'll pull if he don't get the turnout quick. What verse?
Verse 7.
Finish it.
That was it.
Skip down to 9 and continue. So he had papers from the king. Go ahead and read. The Lord helped him. He gave him papers. He's going to give him something else too. Go ahead and read.
Then I came to the governors beyond the river and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent captains of the army and horsemen with him.
He had captains of the army and horsemen. He had a big entourage coming with him. What's he going to do? And he ain't have to give him the papers. The army was going to take care of that. But I'm going to be respectful and go and give you the papers. Go ahead. Because see, that's how we go. We come with a big entourage, don't we?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel.
See, they go them enemies, they go them haters. Man, look at these papers, man. This dude trying to help out them Israelites, brother. Man, for real? Man, you know they couldn't do nothing because that army's sitting right there. Let them through. But you got haters that keep trying to tell you it didn't start in America. What verse did you end on?
That was 10.
Skip down to 19 and continue.
But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, And Geshem, the Arabian, heard it.
See all these, you got the Arabian, the Ammonite, the Gershonite, the Arabian, that's Ishmael. He don't never like when you try to get us back on track. Read.
They laughed us to scorn and despised us and said, what is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king?
Will you rebel against the king? We just gave you the king's letter. What you thought it wasn't stamped was his approval? Guess what else? Go ahead and read.
Then answered I them and said unto them, the God of heaven, he will prosper us. Therefore we his servants will arise and build, but ye have no portion, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem.
That's why a lot of those people are getting killed over there. When you don't have no right over there, the book says the land will bereave you. It will kill you. Because you ain't supposed to be over there. You don't have no portion. You ain't over there right, and you don't have no memorial in Jerusalem. What you over here for? That's why all them people over there, stuff like that is happening over there. Don't tell me when I ain't got a right to. So this is how Nehemiah was talking. But the Lord was with him. And guess what? If we would have kept reading, he said this also, that they had to give whatever cost it was to help to build it coming out of their pockets. That's how the Lord got down. Keep reading. He said, whatever these guys need, y'all gonna help fund it. They ain't even had to come with money. Right. You better give them what plumbing, what masonry, what carpentry, what materials, what manpower, what security service. You better have it on point. That came from Artaxerxes. And they was ruler over the whole world at that time. It was during the Medo-Persian Empire, and that's recorded history. And who did it come from? The Lord. And who wanted it to happen? Nehemiah, because he asked about it, and the Lord told him how to do it. He said, because he fear not, for he is with thee. Don't matter if you were over here in whatever land. When you serve the Lord, and that goes for anybody that serve the Lord. Wherever you are, when the Lord say, you going to do it, you going to do it. You don't worry about who's around you, who got this gun on them, who run this, who you think going to do this to you. You don't worry about that. They ain't going to move a finger. They just running their mouth. Some people run their mouth and ain't going to do nothing. Can't do nothing. You'll see them try to do something to you, and I don't care. If you serving the Lord, people can think of doing something bad to you. Yeah, okay, that's all it is. It's going to be a thought. That's all it's going to be. It ain't going to be manifested. You thought you was going to do that. You hear me? That's why we got that statement that we always say, I wish you would. You know what I mean? That's where all that statement come out. You know, when we get bagged up, we always come out with that statement, I wish you would. You know, when you got that little extra concealed and carry, I wish you would. Wish you would what? Yeah, you know. You hear me? That's what we be on. Anytime we get that little bag up, that's when we get to talking mighty. You ain't got no portion, no this, no that. I wish you would. That's what we do. Let's continue, man. Hey, but the Lord was with Nehemiah for rebuilding Jerusalem, and he protected him because they was trying to get Nehemiah to come down and do stuff to him so they can try to stop the work. You know what I mean? Y'all can read the rest of that on your own. But let's continue. Let's give it another example. Because the Lord always give you what you need. Let's go to Acts 28. Acts 28. Yeah, I like reading these stories. Don't try to tell me it's too short. Is this Acts 28 chapter? Do I go to 28?
Acts 28, yep.
Okay. Pick it up at verse 1. Because the Lord always give you what you need. Acts 28 and 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
And then when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita.
Go ahead. When they escaped, they knew the island was called Melita. Go ahead.
And the barbarous people showed us no little kindness, for they kindled a fire and received us every one because of the present rain and because of the cold.
Now, they was barbarians. Yeah, you got barbarous people. You know, you have that in history, barbarous people. And they was in the time of the prophets. They came to this one island called Melita. And these barbarous people, they showed us no little kindness. They was rough on us. But they kindled a fire and received every one of us because of the present rain and because of the cold. So they started to take care of us. Go ahead and read.
And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on his hand. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, no doubt this man is a murderer, whom thou he hath escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live.
See, they thought he was going to die because this venomous snake bit you. So I'm showing you how the Lord helped you. You ain't got to be afraid. Now, you there trying to serve the Lord and do righteous, but a snake bit him. And it was a venomous snake. Go ahead and read. And people that don't know the word, when they see something bad happen to you, because they don't like you about the word, they think, yeah, he wasn't about that word anyway. See what happened to him? That's how people think. Read.
And he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm.
And ain't nothing happened. The venom ain't messed him up or none of that. Go ahead and read.
Howbeit they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down dead suddenly. But after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god.
He a god. See? Same thing what they do today. Boy, they send all types of GMO and all types of infested stuff in your neighborhood, seeing what it's going to do to you. Let me see what it's going to do to this. I already sent it over in their area. Did you put it in there because they don't see nothing happening to you? But I used a whole bag on them. I poured it in there. They should overreacting, but it ain't do no harm. It ain't do no harm. See what I mean? Lord know what they put out here. Lord know they didn't sabotage the food and the drink and the air and all that. But they ain't did nothing to the servants of God or other folks. Go ahead.
And the same quarters were possessions of the chief man of the island, whose name was Publius, who received us and lodged us 3 days courteously.
He lodged you 3 days. See, when you're serving the Lord, he know what you need. You see they getting everything that they needed? They got lodged. They got fed. Go ahead and read.
And it came to pass that the father of Publius lay sick of a fever and of a bloody flux, to whom Paul entered in and prayed and laid his hands on him and healed him.
And healed him. He healed him, right? Go ahead and read.
So when this was done, others also, which had diseases in the island, came and were healed.
Now, let me tell y'all something. I didn't mean to put this in here. I lost what chapter I had because I was writing this last night. But I had this, but I wasn't going to put this part. I put the wrong scripture in there. This is one I was going to leave out. But anyway, I was just showing you how the Lord had equipped the apostles for what they need, Paul and them on their journey, that the Lord is always with you. You ain't got to worry about if you left something at home, you forgot something, you didn't have this, you didn't have that. The Lord know how to give you what you need at the time you need it. And you've been in a lot of situations where you thought you didn't have the right thing, but you serve the Lord and you get it. Or you had somebody else make sure you had it. Or they'd be like, well, don't worry about it. You don't need it this time, baby. You bring it to me next week. You're like, yeah, whoo. You was stressing. Yeah, everybody been in that situation. You were stressing because you didn't think you had all the right materials. I messed that up, didn't I? No, I didn't? Okay. So I had a juicier story than this, but I forgot to pick the other juicy one instead of putting this one in there. But I put both of them. I was going to use both, but this one I was going to leave out. But since I put it in there, I put it in there. But hey, the Lord give you what you need at the time appointed. Just like he gave Nehemiah what he needed from the king. slew of men, and if you kept reading, they had to pay the cost and all that to rebuild Jerusalem. That's how the Lord operates. He's with you. He's going to help you. He's going to let you get through it. Let's continue. Let's go to Daniel. Let's go Daniel, the first chapter. Let's go to Daniel, the first chapter. I like Daniel. There's some good reading, people. There's some good reading. Daniel, the first chapter. We're going to skip around. I only got 2 more places after this. Daniel 1. Pick it up at verse 3. Daniel 1 and verse 3. Now this is the book of Daniel. Let's dissect this example of Daniel. Go ahead and read.
And the king spake.
Hold on. I'm sorry, people. This is not the last verse. I'm sorry. I got some more. I got to flip the page over. Forgive me. Daniel, the first chapter. Go ahead and read.
And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, of the king's seed, and of the princes.
He should bring certain of the king. What type of people should he bring? Go ahead and read.
Children in whom was no blemish.
I don't want them to have no blemish. They got to have good-looking skin. They can't have nothing out of order. You're supposed to look the way you look. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and read.
But well favored.
People got to like you.
And skillful in all wisdom.
You got to be skillful. In all what?
All wisdom.
They got to be wise. I don't want no dummies. Read.
And cunning in knowledge.
And they got to be cunning in knowledge. They got to be knowledgeable. Read.
And understanding science.
And they got to understand science. Oh. Nat Geo, wow. You got to go beyond that, brother. Mm-hmm. You know that biology channel, right? The science channel. What's that channel? Sci-fi. There you go. I knew it was something. You got to know that. You got to know science. See, a lot of people don't even be knowing this is in the scriptures. Now, this is during the time of Nebuchadnezzar. Go ahead. Babylon's kingdom. Go ahead.
And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning of the tongue of the Chaldees.
And I got to teach them how to speak another language. Now, that's why I show you what the Lord give you. First of all, why are they picking these type of people out of the captives? Same reason why you sitting near the next person that's getting every answer right in the class. Why you sitting next to him, Sarita? When you start sitting next to him? Since he started getting all the answers right. So they knew that. They knew what type of people they had. Right? Was that in the 5?
No, this is verse 5 now.
Go ahead.
And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king.
Now he got to nourish these guys for 3 years, right? These people, right? Skip down to verse 8. Go ahead.
But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat.
Man, I'm not eating this. What I look like? Caviar. Huh? Seafood bowl. Huh? I ain't eating that garbage. Pork skins. You tweaking, brother. For the older people, he tripping. Go ahead.
Nor with the wine which he drank.
And I ain't drink, nor what?
Nor was the wine which he drank.
And I ain't, man, I'm not drinking this. This watered down version, this Boone Farm. They got you drinking some Mad Dog. I mean, MD 2020. It's really Morgan Davis 2020. But, you know, we already put a name to it, Mad Dog 2020. I'm not drinking that. Read.
Therefore, verse 8.
Finish that 8.
Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
He said, man, I ain't trying to defile myself. We already know what we want to eat, man. Let us eat this, that, and the third, right? Go ahead and skip down to verse 11 and see what happened.
Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Now, this is Daniel, Hananiah, that's Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, but the Israelite name was Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. All right? But they was in captivity, so their names get changed over. And they gave Daniel a name too. So these guys, right? They talking to Melzar. Hey, Melzar, look, man, we don't need this, man. Let us eat this, that, and the third, right? Go ahead and fix. And Melzar was with it. Go ahead, because he was scared. He like, look, man, y'all better look like y'all in good shape and healthy, man, because you're going to get, I ain't about to lose my job and get killed for y'all. Skip down to verse 16 and read.
Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine which that they should drink, and gave them pulse.
Now, that was good food, but it wasn't the kind of food we eat. But it was top of the line of food if you was in a Babylonian empire, because they was eating from the king's house. So it wasn't no garbage. It's just not what we, come on, man, we don't drink that, man. You can't give an old school guys that drink no Cavassier. That ain't, come on, man. They don't drink that. You got to get top shelf. You know, I ain't going to tell you what top, look, he want me to name top shelf. He want that Remy, that high-end Remy, huh? Go ahead.
As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge.
Hold on. What verse you at?
17.
Go ahead.
As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams.
That seemed like Solomon and Joseph put together, don't it? Mm-hmm. We read about Joseph. He had the spirit to interpret dreams, right? Ain't that what Daniel had? And he gave Solomon all the wisdom and knowledge, right? Not to Solomon's level, but they had it. They already had it way high enough than what these guys couldn't obtain. You see what I'm saying? See, this is what God do. He passes this out. He said he give it to man liberally, right? Mm-hmm. And upbraided not. Ask, I give it to you. I should have said, I give it to you. I'll give it to you. You got to speak proper English up here, right?
Yeah.
Where we at, man?
That was end of 17.
Skip down to verse 19 and continue.
And the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king.
And they walked around like big dogs, or like what we call the intellectuals. You follow me? Because the Lord had equipped them like that. Just like when he equipped you like that. Look what happened when he equipped Joseph. What happened to him when he appeared before the king? Look what happened when Solomon asked for it. What that was equipped with. Same thing with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and Daniel. Because they all serve the Lord, and this is what they equipped with. You don't even ask. This is what it gave. They ain't asked for that. This is what was given. This is what come with the contract when you serve the Lord. It's written in the contract. What verse?
Verse 20.
Go ahead.
And in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better.
10 times better. Man, I don't want him. I want him. He 30. That's where we get that word. Boy, that's 50 times better than that. Where you get that? You think we get that statement from? 10. That is 10 times better.
10 times.
Man, this right here, like y'all, that Cat Williams. This here right here. Oh man, this here right here. This thing right here. Y'all seen that? I ain't gonna tell you more than that. Because it was 10 times better. Read.
Found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm.
Because magicians and astrologers ain't serving the Lord. Y'all know what that astrology, that sign, what sign are you? You a Leo? Virgo? Man, get out of my face with that astrology garbage. Or you definitely, we ain't no musician. We ain't no Copperfield. Look into that stuff and see where it leads you. I know it's good to know what are you. You know, people swear by this nonsense. I don't deal with these people because they act like this. It's only two type of people, good and evil. What are you talking about? This person is a Virgo. You say he a Virgo. He did you the same way the Leo did you. The same way the Sagittarius did you. The same way. That's all I know. I don't know all of them. You know what I mean? It's either good or bad, people. Goodness gracious. What verse, man?
That was 20.
Did you finish it to 21?
And Daniel continued even unto the first year of King Cyrus.
Now, these are also who the Lord was with. They was in bondage. Just because you in captivity don't mean the Lord can't bless you. That's a prime example. Joseph was locked up in prison and he was running a prison. Y'all know people that's doing good in prison. The best thing that could have happened to them was them to go to prison. I'm not saying to go to prison though. But the Lord can be with you anywhere you go. That's all I'm saying. Don't get locked up now. Don't go get stupid on me. Man, I'm going to be like Joseph. I'm going to get locked up. You okay? Don't tempt the Lord. Skip down and go over to chapter 2. But you see the Lord was with them, and the Lord was with them, and they still got blessed just like Joseph and Solomon. Go ahead, Daniel 2 and 5. Go ahead.
The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If you will not make known unto me your dream with the interpretation thereof, you shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill.
So I got it mixed up. Nebuchadnezzar was the one whose dream went from him, not Pharaoh. I knew it was in my mind, but I knew the Lord was going to bring it to me. So it was Nebuchadnezzar. His dream went from him. Pharaoh's dream didn't go from him. But Nebuchadnezzar's dream did. He forgot his dream. So he got all these big guys he's been taking care of, and that's what we do. We ain't about that life. We don't know nothing about what Joseph and them, what Daniel, Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael know how to do. But they was on the payroll. He had the musicians and astrologers on the payroll, but they didn't have that knowledge and wisdom like these guys did. So you've been playing around with me. Now that I need you, you've been messing around on me, lying to me, and I've been paying you. Y'all seen people like that. You paid them for something, they couldn't do the job. They gave you all these excuses. You ought to go all the way to verse 6. Go ahead.
But if you will show the dream and the interpretation thereof, you shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore show me the dream and the interpretation thereof.
Show me the dream and interpretation thereof. He said, if you can, I'll bless you. But they couldn't do it. Skip down to verse 10 and continue.
The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that acts such things at any magician or astrologer or Chaldean.
But we know that ain't true. Continue. All the way to 12.
And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods whose dwelling is not with flesh.
Yeah, this God dwells with flesh, and he revealed his secrets to his servants. So we know what type of answers we can get. I can't figure this problem out. I ain't trying to figure it out. I'm about to go ask the answer. I ain't trying to figure nothing out. I got the answer. You do? Yeah. Man, we've been trying to work this out all day. I know. I ain't worked nothing out. Got to slip this paper right here. You know what I mean? That paper on there had, it was referring you to the Bible. Where we at?
Verse 12.
Did you finish 12?
We're at 12.
Go ahead.
For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon.
Now, don't mess with me. Now, you ain't about to mess up Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and Daniel's. You ain't about to mess up our money flow, and you ain't about to mess up this nice living we got. Okay? And the Lord know that. See, when you serve the Lord, he ain't going to mess that up as long as you serving him, because he going to give you the answers. That's why they wasn't even shaking in their boots. They wasn't shaking in their boots. And when you serve the Lord and you're doing right, you don't worry about when conflict like these come up in your life. Skip down to verse 19. Let's see what happened. Go ahead and read.
Then was a secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision.
The secret was revealed unto Daniel, because remember, Nebuchadnezzar, the dream went forth from him, but the Lord showed him that deep dream and the secret on what they need to do to answer what the king wanted to know. We just read it, how the Lord revealed deep secrets. It's just like y'all found out about things that another person didn't even know you knew about them, did they? You knew a lot of stuff about them, that it came through. However you came through, you found out about it, right? But they didn't know you knew, did it? Everybody been in that situation when you knew something on somebody, they didn't even know you didn't know it, and you didn't let them know. Did you finish that?
No.
Go ahead.
Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven.
Go ahead.
Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
For sure. We already seen how wisdom and might is with him. When we ask, we seek, we knock, we get. Go ahead.
And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings.
He said he changed the times and the season. If he don't change the time and the season, it ain't going to get changed. And you'll have the same season. That's why he can have winters go long. He can have summers prolong. He can speed the time up. That's why the years are going fast. Or he can slow it down if he want to. Read. He set up. Wait, go ahead.
He removeth kings and setteth up kings.
He removed kings and set up kings, so don't trip on Trump. He was set up. You ain't supposed to curse the king, no matter how he look in our lives. Just sit back and serve the Lord. It'll be all right, regardless of who ruling. I've been living since Reagan. Well, was I Reagan? Yeah. Who was before Reagan? You too young. Carter. Now, I don't think I was with Carter. If it was towards the end. But all I know is, through all them presidents, I'm still here. I'm still here. Why y'all tripping on Trump? He set up kings. He take down kings. The Lord know how to preserve you in every situation. You got the cheat sheet. They drop this or cut this. You move over here. You step back to here. Simple. What you tripping for? I know they cut your pension. That's why you got another source coming in. I know they mess with your 401k. That's why you got this coming in. All right, yeah, you're right. Relax. I know the social program is cut. I get that. I know jobs are being cut. I know they coming up with AI to try to cut jobs. Whatever. If I say you gonna work for the sweat of your brows, another job will come up. Trust me. Relax. Don't say robots, this, that, and the third. Just say man. Goodness, y'all be tripping. Y'all just be cutting man out of everything like the word of God ain't gonna go forth. Word of God ain't say what it was going to do to a robot, did it? No. It said what it was going to do to you, right? Okay. So let's get back to the lesson. So now, we picked it up at 21, right?
Uh-huh. End of 21.
Okay, we going to get to 21 then.
Okay.
I mean,
we in the middle of 21.
Go ahead.
He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. He
giveth wisdom to the wise and knowledge to them that to them that know understanding. He give you that. He say, ask. Go ahead.
He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and in the light dwelleth with him.
Go ahead.
I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, who hast given me wisdom and might, and hast made known unto me now what we desired of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter.
So the Lord is the one that gives you the answers to whatever it is in whatever situation at whatever given time in life. That's legally you getting ahead. I call it cheating. You can define it however you want, but it's legal. And it's from the Lord. You gonna say he wrong? He show favor on whom he show favor. I show mercy on whom I'm gonna show mercy. Favor, you know what favor? That means you get extra perks, right? You showing favoritism? Yep. Lord gave me favor. He said, I give you favor with power, favor with man and God, right? You want that favor? Do what the Lord asks of you. Let's go to Exodus, the 14. Because the Lord will fight for you. The Lord will fight for you. Exodus 14. You got to pick it up, man, because we don't want to go over the time. Exodus 14. And pick it up at verse 13. Exodus 14 and 13. Go ahead.
And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you this day. Show to you today, for the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore?
He said, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. So when you got somebody fighting for you, it's just like what we just read earlier. When he protects you and he with you, he covering you all around the board. You got the ups on everything, even in the boxing ring. When it's time to fight, I got you. He know you scared. He know you don't want to fight, and he know you don't want to die. Step back. He say what? The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Be cool. A lot of y'all went and got somebody to fight for y'all. I'm going to get my big brother. Everybody went and got somebody. Don't say you didn't. Even if it was your parent. Probably got them beat up. Now I'm just don't go get nobody today. They crazy or that. You better go with the police. First of all, you ain't supposed to be getting in that situation at all. But the Lord do know how to save you if you are in that situation. Right? Skip down to 24 and read. Continue.
And it came to pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot with
somebody cheating. You cheating. Them chariots was on Israel. I know they was on them. But the Lord looked through the crowd like, hold on, they're catching up and was popping off their wheels. Now y'all know in the game, everybody playing the game. First time somebody cheat, you start on you cheating. You cheating now, you got what's down, you cheating. Or when you get somebody on your team that you know is good. Yeah. Nah, I ain't playing because they cheating. Why you get them? How you going to sub and put him in? Nah, I'm cheating. Nah. Yeah, because the Lord on my side. I got the ups. So you see the cheating going on? Popped off the chariot wheel. Now the chariot's driving down. It's just like you riding the car. You got one wheel on flat. You already know how you're going to be riding. Now, go ahead and read.
That they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them.
They seen the cheating now. Let's get up out here. But it was too late. Too late. First of all, ain't nowhere in the world I'm chasing nobody and nowhere with some water split open and it's that high going up. You got to be crazy. But that let you know the Lord will mess your mind up. This God got your mind. I'm going to make you go in there. Where we at?
End of 25.
Go ahead.
For the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots.
Y'all see that? You got somebody fighting for you and winning. You ain't had to do nothing but stand still and be cool. Watch this. And then go ahead and read.
Upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. And the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea.
They were cheating. They couldn't even get up out of it. The Lord had the water come back too fast. They popped off their wheels. They couldn't get up out of there fast enough. And it closed them up. Can you imagine you walking through something, and it's probably 50 feet up high, 60, deep waters? They're like a wall. I'm not going in that. Even if you could swim, if it closed on you too, it's too deep for you to get up. Read.
And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them.
And see, when the Lord gave you the answer, it put everything to rest. You know it all the way around the board. When the Lord fights for you, whatever the Lord do for you, he cover it completely to where you're not going to have no problem. This problem is not going to be your problem. You may have a problem, but this ain't going to be it. You see that? And that's what happens when you get the answer, right? You don't have, that problem is answered. This is no longer a problem to you, right? On to the next. So the Lord fights for you. St. Luke 9. That's what the Lord do. All these things y'all need to tap into. This is what you need to tap into. Read and pray. And do what the Lord say. Simple. Y'all, and then he make it real simple for you. St. Luke 9. Pick it up at verse 1. St. Luke 9:1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
Then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases.
Now he give you powers. Hold on. Did you hear what he just said? Powers. Ain't this what man always want? You got Power Rangers, Superman, all Marvel action heroes. All of them got some type of form of power. Right? So the Lord gave him powers. Go ahead and read.
And he sent them to preach the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. And he said unto them, take nothing for your journey, neither staves nor scrip, neither bread, neither money, neither have two coats apiece.
Ain't that what we showed you when we read about the apostles when they was around them barbarous people? They didn't have nothing, but the people took care of them. Because he gonna know. Listen, I remember one time we was going, we was going, I don't know what class we was going to, but we was in a vans and we were traveling. And we talking the word, and the brother didn't look up and see that we was riding on E. I mean, the E with a yellow light come on. I said, man, you ain't see that? He said, man, I know. I said, oh, man. And luckily the Lord, I'm going to tell you how much the Lord, we got to one gas station, the gas station was closed. We had to still be on the yellow light, E. But we made it to a gas station. He said, man, I was so scared, man. I say, brother, ain't nowhere in the world, man. If I had, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, you about to get me in trouble. How we going to slip up and let that be? But the Lord had our back. Lord had it, because I promise you, I know it wasn't no gas in there. Because we traveling fast. It's on yellow E. How many miles can you travel that fast? You probably get 5 miles. We way over 5 miles. And we didn't slow down. So the speed limit is what, 70, right? You know what it ran that gas out like that, man. That gas was on fume, but the Lord said, man, that angel was pushing that boy hauling us, man. I say, boy, the Lord know how to make it when you get through stuff. Some of y'all been in that situation. Don't act like I'm the only one. I was on them fumes when that yellow light came on. What verse is that?
That was verse 3.
Go ahead.
And whatsoever house ye enter into, there abide, and thence depart. And whosoever will not receive you, when you go out of that city, shake off the very dust from your feet for a testimony against them.
Bringing that word down, want to hear, shake the dust off your feet and keep it moving. Skip down to verse 17. Let's continue. Go ahead.
And they did eat, and were all filled, and there was taken up of fragments that remained of them to them 12 baskets.
Now the Lord gave them power. He gave them to where they was able to feed multitudes. See, imagine you be able to walk around and heal people. Think about the disease that we got now. That cancer thing tearing people up. Diabetes, high blood pressure. Dementia is on the rise. Alzheimer's, that's off the chain crazy. Seems like everybody and their daddy getting Alzheimer's. That didn't even used to happen when we was older. People used to die with, at least they had their mental. Yeah, so imagine if you can do that and casting out devils. You know, people got devils. That's why you got a lot of mental issues. That's Satan messing with people's minds. Them angels don't go to sleep and they don't get tired, so they mess with them for life. A lot of cats are doing some straight outlandish stuff. That's them evil spirits messing with them. Let's get down to 19 and go ahead. So you see how the Lord give you all these things? Skip down to verse 19 and continue.
Then answering said, John the Baptist, but some say Elias, and others say that one of the old prophets is risen again. He said unto them, but whom say ye that I am? Peter answering said, the Christ of God. And he straitly charged them and commanded them to tell no man that thing.
Now, this is the Lord with you, right? Think about it. Because he was asking, who do they say I am? Some say Elias, some say the prophet. But think about this. Think about you walking around with God. Yeah, we haven't seen God, but we are walking around with God when we got his word. We just haven't seen him in the physical. But imagine you walking around with the Lord. Now these are the disciples walking around with the top, with the Lord, with God. Imagine that. Wait, have you ever really thought about that? To where you hanging out with the Lord. He done gave you something. You one of his closest friends now. And this is the Most High God. Think about that. He created you. He want to see how you operate. You want to see what he know. And he want to give it to you to show you. I like this God. And that's what we do. We ask. We went all the way from Joseph to Solomon to Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, all the way down to John, to the apostles, Paul. All these guys interacting. Now you interacting with the Lord right there. You think you ain't going to have it? He gave them the same thing he gave everybody else. Peter going to be the top apostle. And they're going to still be the apostles when the Lord come back and set up his kingdom. He got positions for everybody. I like this God. He got enough positions for everybody. You come up in the first resurrection no matter who you are. Because it ain't about Israel. It's about saints. You get every benefit that come with. And you got a job. And you get to rule and run it. it's enough earth for you to rule and run it with the Lord. It takes 6 hours to get out of Illinois. 6. And 90% of the area ain't even cultivated. It's just open land. You riding for hours. Just riding for 6 hours. That's a lot of land. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you, imagine, now think of the big earth. That's why the Lord got positions for everybody in the kingdom of God. You just make sure you get into that kingdom on the right side. Proverbs. We got 3 more one-hitters and we done. Is that long enough for you? Okay. Proverbs 16. I like this word. Proverbs 16. We wind it down. He's just one-hitter quitter, so I'm not going to tell him to stop. When he's there, he's reading. Proverbs 16:7. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
When a man's ways please the Lord,
what do he do?
He maketh even his enemies to be at
when
peace
your
with him.
ways please the Lord, he make what?
Even his enemies to be at peace
If you
with
have enemies but they not at peace with you, your ways what?
prosper.
Don't please the Lord.
Don't please the Lord.
When your ways please the Lord, he make even your enemies to be at peace. They may not like you, and they are not your friend, but they peaceful with you. It's just something else you get a check. You know, so you want to get this enemy problem up off you? That's the answer. I just gave it to you. Joshua, 1st chapter. Everybody buy these books on how to be successful. Let me show you this. Joshua. Man, where's that Joshua at? Joshua is right after Deuteronomy. Joshua, 1st chapter. Joshua 1, pick it up at verse 8, just one verse. Joshua 1 and 8. These are just extra truths on how to get ahead when you're having an open book test. You notice it said open book, right? So tell me, are you cheating? But you're not. Everybody has been in the open book test, right? I mean, you got to find the answers, right? Joshua 1 and 8. Go ahead.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Nope.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
That means keep the commandments, whether in the morning time or the night time. Keep this word on your mind. Go ahead.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
Do what's all according to what's all, not according to how you feel. To according to what's all written. Read.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
You should make your what?
Make your way prosperous.
And what else?
And then thou shalt have a good success.
And then you should have success. You want to be successful? That's how you do it. Stop buying all these books. Listen to all these knucklehead podcasts. Showed you how to be successful. Last one, Psalms 25. I just had to throw that in there. People spending all this money on that. And they still ain't been successful. Psalms 25. It's the last place. Psalms 25. Pick it up at verse 14. Psalms 25 and 14. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him.
It's with who?
With them that fear him.
Go ahead.
And he will show them his covenant.
And he will show them his covenant. See, everything that the Lord give you is written in the covenant. But you have, if you want the secret of the Lord, you got to fear him. And if you fear him, you're going to do what he say. Then he'll show you everything that's written in the covenant. Thank you for your time. That being said, we're having announcements.